Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome back to the Thai Expat Daily Show. I'm your host, Kieran Mack, as always, and delighted you've been able to tune in with us on this Sunday morning. Now, before we do get into the top trending stories here in Thailand today, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Now, if you like listening to us on a podcast player, there's a link down below with a vast array of podcast players where the show is hosted. And finally, if you want to support the show, the easiest and the best way is to become a channel member. Details down below in the description, and it's just as simple as hitting join. So now it's all done and dusted. Let's jump into the trending stories here in Thailand today. The Civil Aviation Authority of Thailand and the Division of International Disease Control and Quarantine under the Ministry of Public Health introduced new guidelines and measures to enhance the surveillance of Mpox or monkeypox here in Thailand. These measures will be implemented through an online registration system. The new system is the result of a collaboration between airline operators, medical departments, Airports of Thailand, the International Air Transport Association, Thai Airways Ground Customer Service, and Phuket International Airport. The goal is to set clear protocols for screening travellers arriving from high-risk areas. The World Health Organization is ramping up its effort to address the growing Mpox outbreak in the African region. The CAAT and the Division of International Disease Control and Quarantine have been closely monitoring the situation since the initial outbreak, conducting risk assessments and adjusting control measures based on the evolving situation. Given the difference in transmission patterns compared to previous outbreaks, more targeted strategies are necessary. Initial findings indicate that regions with high Mpox infection rates overlap with areas in Africa known for yellow fever outbreaks. As a result, continuous monitoring has been in place for passengers on direct flights from these regions. Now, to enhance the effectiveness of these efforts, the division is requiring airlines to ensure that passengers from high-risk areas register in the Thai Health Pass system. The system records passengers' entry and exit details, enabling authorities to better track and manage potential cases. Travellers who haven't pre-registered will have the option to do so upon arrival at Thai airports. Now, before the system's implementation, a trial run was conducted on August 22nd with airlines at Suvarnabhumi and Phuket airports. The procedure was formally announced to all remaining airlines on August 23rd. These measures were introduced following the confirmation of a European traveller who had recently visited an African country testing positive for Mpox upon arrival in Thailand on August 22nd. The guidelines are now in effect, and authorities will continue to monitor the situation and make adjustments as necessary. Rescue teams have recovered 10 bodies after a landslide struck Soi Patak 2 in Karan and Phuket following heavy rainfall last night. 2 people remain unaccounted for and search efforts continue, confirmed Phuket Vice Governor Satad Thongkham. Among the deceased are a Russian couple, a Thai woman from Sakon Nakhon province, and 6 Myanmar nationals, 3 women and 3 men, according to the Vice Governor. The heavy rains throughout Thursday night led to more than 200 millilitres of rainfall in the area, intensifying the disaster, Vice Governor Satid noted. In response, Phuket authorities have declared 9 villages across 3 sub-districts as disaster zones due to widespread flooding and mudslides. This declaration allows government agencies, local administrative bodies, and private organisations to coordinate disaster relief operations effectively, according to the Governor. Now, efforts to locate the last missing individual are ongoing, with rescue teams racing against time. Karan Mayor Jadet Wichasaran inspected the site along Karan Beach today, where a section of the beach road and embankment collapsed due to the heavy rain. Mayor Jadet visited the area in front of the Karan municipality offices, which sustained significant damage. He reported that the downpour in Karan began around 11 p.m. on Thursday, leading to severe flooding by 3 a.m. By 5:15 a.m., disaster prevention officers informed him of the fatal landslide in Soi Patak, located in Mutu. The landslide originated near the Big Buddha on Nakhard Hills, eventually affecting the road near Karan Beach and causing the embankment to collapse. Initial investigations suggest that the collapse occurred because water from the mountain could not drain into the sea quickly enough, causing backflow through drainage systems and resulting in flooding along the embankment, which then buckled under the pressure. Mayor Jadet emphasised that repairing the damage is a top priority and that work will commence immediately. Once resident safety is assured, a meeting with relevant government agencies will be held to plan long-term restoration efforts. The primary goal is to rebuild the embankment to prevent future coastal erosion, the mayor added. So just on that, rest in peace to the people that have passed away, and condolences to their families and loved ones. Prime Minister Paetongtarn downplayed criticism on Friday that her father, former Prime Minister Thaksin, is exerting control over her and the newly formed government. The remarks came after Thaksin spoke at the Vision for Thailand 2024 event on Thursday, attended by key figures including politicians, diplomats and investors. During the event, Thaksin presented suggestions to address the country's sluggish economy. When asked whether Thaksin's proposals align with the government's policies, Paetongtarn refuted the idea, emphasising that Thaksin does not hold any official position. He wasn't laying out government policy, just sharing his vision. Some of what he said aligns with Phua Thai policies, but it wasn't an official declaration, she stated. Addressing concerns that her father might be pulling the strings behind the scenes, she responded firmly, "I can assure you he's not trying to dominate. I make my own decisions," the Prime Minister said. Paetongtarn acknowledged that while economic stimulus measures are necessary, the country can benefit from Thaksin's experience in economic management. She noted that the government's official policy will be unveiled in due course when it is formally presented to Parliament. On the topic of the Phua Thai Party's digital wallet handout initiative, Paetongtarn confirmed that the scheme is likely to move forward. The plan involves distributing 10,000 baht via a digital wallet to around 50 million eligible Thais. However, following the Constitutional Court's dismissal of Saretta Thaksin as Prime Minister, adjustments to the policy are under consideration. A source indicated that the scheme's criteria may be revised to target vulnerable groups, with a budget of 122 billion baht. The disbursement could initially be done through cash payments via the welfare card system introduced under the Prayut administration. On Friday, Paetongtarn also held discussions with representatives from the private sector who shared proposals to address Thailand's economic challenges. The meeting included representatives from the Thai Chamber of Commerce, the Federation of Thai Industries, the Thai Bankers Association, and the Thai Chinese Chamber of Commerce. The Prime Minister emphasised that the private sector plays a key role in driving the economy and expressed her willingness to consider their input. She added that once the cabinet is finalised, her government will work to implement the suggestions provided by these groups. Authorities in Koh Samui have ramped up their Samui model operation to crack down on illegal constructions, with a focus on luxury villas that recently appeared on a steep mountain slope in a restricted red zone where construction is prohibited. On August 22nd, officials from the Ministry of Natural Resources and Environment, local authorities from Koh Samui and Suratani, along with the 4th Army Region, ISOC Region 4 and the Boput Police inspected the luxury villa located in the Shoang Noi mountain area in Boput sub-district. Major General Anasorn, Deputy Commander of the 4th Army, stated that the ISOC Region 4 had received complaints about the luxury project, which involves the construction of 7 buildings on steep terrain. The site is suspected to be operating as a hotel. However, under inspection, there are no owners, caretakers, or contractors present at the location. Initial inspections revealed that 5 out of the 7 buildings are situated on sloped areas as per the Ministry of Natural Resources and Environmental guidelines. 1 building is located on a slope exceeding 50%, where construction is strictly prohibited. The remaining 4 buildings are on slopes ranging from 35 to 50%, where construction is legally restricted to a maximum height of 6 meters. Authorities are now investigating whether land right documents were improperly issued, particularly concerning any encroachment on public waterways. Additionally, Koh Samui district officials checked the e-DOPA license system and found no record of hotel business permits or notification for non-hotel accommodation at the site. Now, Colonel Dusit, who leads the State Land Encroachment Investigation Team for ISOC Region 4, noted that despite ongoing monitoring, construction workers have been observed continuing work on the site. However, during the inspection, no workers or project officials were present, preventing a detailed assessment. Colonel Dusit suggested that some government officials might be tipping off the investor groups behind the project, which are believed to be Chinese investors. He further added that the construction of 3 to 4 story buildings appears to violate zoning laws. Authorities will now request Koh Samui City Municipality to investigate how building permits were issued, particularly for the villa located in the restricted red zone. And finally, a shocking incident unfolded in Pattaya on August 22nd when a group of Indian men viciously attacked another Indian man near a school gate, leaving him unconscious. The violent encounter was caught on video and quickly went viral on social media. The video, which surfaced on Facebook, shows 5 to 6 Indian men chasing down their target near Pattaya City 8 School on South Pattaya Road. A particularly large man, dressed in a blue suit, can be seen delivering a barrage of punches, kicks and elbow strikes, overwhelming the lone victim. The man eventually collapsed to the ground as more attackers joined in, while others stood guard. The assault only ended when the victim lay unconscious on the sidewalk, at which point the attackers fled the scene on motorbikes. This brutal attack has sparked alarm among local residents and tourists alike, raising concerns about safety in an area known for its tourism. Local reporters visited the scene to gather more information. A motorcycle taxi driver, identified as Mr. Leong, stated that he only saw police and rescue personnel arrive to administer first aid to the injured man before transporting him to the hospital. He had no knowledge of what triggered the attack. Another motorcycle taxi driver, Mr. Yut, who operates near Soi 16 on Pattaya Second Road, told reporters that he witnessed a group chasing and assaulting the victim. However, he expressed little surprise, stating that similar incidents are not uncommon in this area. Now, CCTV footage from the entrance of Soi 16 corroborated the reports capturing the men chasing the victim, who was dressed in a white shirt. The attack occurred at around 5:12 a.m., with additional assailants joining in before fleeing. Pattaya police have launched an investigation, but as of now, the identity of the attackers remain unknown, as does whether they were tourists or local residents.